Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here from YouTube. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Voyager's VGX token. Let's get into this. Before we do, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. This is where I drop links to upcoming videos and live stream. This is where I retweet the most crypto interesting news I can find. In addition, this is where I drop charts when I cannot make it to YouTube to get you guys a TA video. So with that said, let's get right into the charts. What happened with Voyager token? Well, we had the double tops. We had the head and shoulders pattern that decided to wreck everyone's party, but that is pretty much what stripped price action down. We can see this nice ABC or ABCDE consolidation that took place depending on what time frame chart you're looking at, but on the daily we can see an easy ABC. I think, folks, the relationship between price action and the cloud right now is looking pretty good, even though they're far away. That's what I'm looking for when we go to make these sorts of bounces. And I do think that VGX is prepping to bounce. I think that primarily because I can kind of see an ascending triangle. We'll get into that. But price action is simply too far away from this Ichimoku cloud on this daily chart. So I do think that we are fixing to see some sort of reversal. You guys heard me mention the descending triangle. Let's go ahead and paint that picture really quick. So if we can in fact hold the line at about $2.40, somewhere in there, give or take 10 cents, I do think there is a strong chance to see VGX maybe bounce out of this descending triangle for a test of this 50 moving average. This might be huge in forming a possible inverse head and shoulders to really start ripping to the upside. That's exactly what I want to see happen. The one thing on the daily chart that I don't like about this setup, and I have a little bit of fear here, is that this thick part of the Ichimoku cloud might block price action from possibly passing through. So we do need to see this happen rather soon, and we need price action to pass through the thinnest part of this cloud as possible. Just my 2 cents on that. So we can kind of see that, hey, there is a descending triangle. Well, let's try to figure out, number one, if we're at the bottom, and if we are at the bottom, when is this thing going to pump? That's what everybody wants to know, right? So we'll get into that in just a second. But on a grander scale, if we just kind of measure from this swing low up to this swing high, we can see that on a grander level, we're fighting with the 786. Not a very unusual thing to see. In fact, the 786 is oftentimes a great point for price action to reverse. Now, if we go ahead and kind of move the tables a little bit to some smaller, more recent time frames, we can throw up the Fibonacci retracements again and basically see, bear with me 1 second, that price action is resting very nicely right at this 127. This is a very common reversal point too. So this is a much smaller time frame. So I'm hoping that we get the bounce and we don't head on down to $2.03, because if we break the floor here and start heading downwards, I think $2.03 is likely where we'll end up, unfortunately. So let's start talking some bullish scenarios here, and then we'll get on to the time sequence and when I think this thing could really break out. So we can see that if this thing breaks out to the upside, $2.94, $3.12, $3.31, $3.60, right around $4, $4.36. Those are some of the price points that we're going to want to see VGX kind of blow through as much as possible. But we got the golden ratio sitting right up here at about $4.91. So this would be a target for me to at least hit for the time being. Let's try to figure out now when this thing could pop. I'm liking this swing low to this swing high. And I can already tell you that there will be probably some sort of time sequence showing up right in this time frame, just based off Fibonacci math and the way it works. And of course, you can kind of see, looking back in hindsight, how it looks like Fibonacci time sequence was able to predict accurately a potential point of reversal for price action. So we can see price came down, reversed here, and kind of came back up. A lot of times it takes a few days or even weeks to go back and look in hindsight to see how a time sequence was actually relevant to the trade. So here on January 16th, which I believe is Sunday, there is a time sequence that is going to occur. So are we going to see VGX squish down into a bunch of spinning tops or doji star? We'll just have to wait and find out. But I would like to see VGX do that and really start ripping to the upside here. So I got my $10 buy in today. It's an auto feature I have set. Buy $10 worth of VGX every Friday. Big shout out to all the heroes. Big shout out to all the Patreons as well. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. If you're interested in supporting the channel, $3 a month will get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name up on this banner. Hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend wherever you are at in the world.